Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Running the Bases podcast. I'm your host, Michael Garaffa, alongside Nick Nath, Marco Peralta, and Ryan Blank. We are really happy to be back here today with another special edition of this podcast. We have, like I said last week, we're going to be changing things up from now on. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently, thanks to our new writer of the show, Brent Carrigan, who is going to be helping us out a little bit in the writing process to give us a little bit more structure and things to talk about. He's had a lot of success on his show that he's had in the past, so I'm happy to have him on as well to be a writer for this show. So it's obviously great to have that extra bit of influence on here. But today we've got a great show ahead of us. As you can see by the title, we're going to be doing a 20-point draft for our all-star teams. Those are going to be based on the teams that we picked last week. We'll be doing that in a little bit. But before we get there, we've got a few things to cover in the meantime. Some notables in the last week. The first thing here, Clayton Kershaw recording his 2,500th strikeout and the Mike Trout with his 300th home run. Two very big milestones for, honestly, the two top players in the game right now. I mean, Clayton Kershaw, not the player that he once was, but there's no question about it that guy is a future Hall of Famer on the first ballot. And obviously Mike Trout will probably be another unanimous Hall of Famer. And some incredible stories for those, for Kershaw to reach that 2,500 number and then Trout for 300. I want to hear your guys' opinions on both of them. Obviously, for Kershaw, 3,000 strikeouts, maybe not so much a possibility, but for Mike Trout, 300 home runs at this point in his career, it seems very possible that he could reach that 600 mark at some point if he can stay healthy. So I'm intrigued to hear what you guys have to say. We'll just go in order. You guys are on the screen, going Nick, Marco, and then Ryan.
Yeah, wow. This makes me feel old. Seeing these guys get this type of milestones, it's kind of crazy. Kershaw, obviously, Marco knows it more than any of us. He probably, in my opinion, he's like the most dominant left-handed regular season pitcher of all time. This man in the regular season is absolutely insane. I think in his peak prime, like a sub-2 ERA, like MVP, Cy Young type stuff, man, this guy was everything. What a great milestone just to get. And like you said, Michael, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he should be unanimous Hall of Famer, if anything. And then it's Trout, there's not much to say. I mean, he amazes us every week. Best player in the game. I think he'll go down as the best player of all time. That's just me. And yeah, like I said earlier, it makes me feel old knowing that they're getting the type of milestones.
Yeah.
So these are two big milestones, of course, that we know. 3,000 strikeouts is not something that a lot of pitchers can do. And obviously, there's only a handful of pitchers who are able to play as much as Kershaw and other pitchers can in the major leagues. Some only make it one season, some will only make it half a season. So it's an impressive thing to watch from Clayton Kershaw. I know that he would have gotten earlier if it wasn't all for all those back injuries that he had a couple years back. It was back to back 3 times in a row. If it wasn't for those back injuries, I'm pretty sure that milestone would have been achieved a whole lot sooner. But it's still a great milestone to achieve. He's one of the greatest pitchers of all time. I would say, when I said to Nick, one of the most dominant, yes, in his game, but he still needs that World Series ring. He still needs it. Coming from a Dodger guy, we really want that World Series ring, and we've seen how unfortunate he's been in the postseason. But he's just been such a dominant left-handed pitcher forever since he's been in this league. So that's awesome for Clayton Kershaw. But Mike Trout, man, what can you expect from the greatest player of all time?
Yep.
It's the thing that I want us to understand and put it into perspective is we're fortunate enough to see the greatest player in baseball ever in front of our very eyes. And that goes with NFL too. We've seen to many the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady. We saw him play. Basketball, we have LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, who are to many the greatest players of all time. And then also in soccer, we have Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. So we're blessed in this time frame that we are, So it's awesome to see another player like Mike Trout, to see what great of a player he is, and just write history right in front of us.
Absolutely. Now, Ryan's been having some connection issues, but Ryan is up now, so let's see.
Is my connection okay? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can. It's a little delayed, but you're fuzzy, but we hear you. That's all that matters.
Like both Nikash and Marco said, Kershaw's been dominant his entire career. With the injuries that he's had with his back, you would expect them to cut his production and hurt him when you see him on the mound. You expect him to not pitch as well. And he's still dominant. He doesn't stop. Yeah, he's had postseason struggles. He's had struggles throughout his career. But there has not been one year where you cannot say that he has not been a top 10 pitcher in the league. In my perspective.
We're losing you, Ryan. Oh boy. Well, I think we can understand a little bit of what Ryan.
He's going to go down as.
We're good. Okay. Yes, your connection's finally cleared up a little bit. I think. Nope. I think he's frozen again. Wow. We're really trying. Hopefully, Ryan can get that solved a little bit. We really are. Ryan obviously is not having the best of Wi-Fi. It's unfortunate. But,
I don't think he can even hear you, Michael.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't think he can. I'm very intrigued.
Still rumbling about Mike Trout and Clayton Kershaw, maybe.
He's really still going, and we're just like we're losing it. Look, I think we can all sum up a little bit what he was trying to say there. In that Mike Trout, best player of all time. We lost him now officially. Hopefully he comes back. But Mike Trout, like you said, Marco, best player of all time. Clayton Kershaw, one of the best pitchers of all time. I know Nick made the bold statement of best lefty pitcher in the regular season ever. I'd probably lean more towards the other Dodger and Sandy Koufax, but either way, some really good players out there. So that'll lead us right into our power rankings updates. Obviously, there are a lot of teams that have been shuffled around in the last week. So many names. Ryan is back with us. Ryan, we concluded the discussion on Trout and Kershaw.
Yeah,
We're moving on to the power rankings, but you do seem to have better connection now. I see you a little better, even though you're freezing about every few seconds. It's still good. So on to the power rankings. We're going to do the same thing that we did last week, where you're going to say, we're going to just go position by position. And then let's say for number 30, you're going to say the team and then where they were last week. And we're going to do that for all of them going up. And then at the end, we're going to say the biggest drop and then the biggest jump. So, I mean, we can say it. Well, actually, when you say that team, you'll say if they were your biggest drop or jump. So we start off at number 30, kicking it off this week. For the first time, I have a new worst team in the league, and that is the Boston Red Sox. They had a big win last night, but the teams above them also got wins that kept them ahead. So the Red Sox just unfortunately really not having a good year. And then we're going to just go Nick, Marco, and Ryan for this one. Marco, we'll go for you first, and then Nick we'll jump back to you after.
Okay, then. So, kind of like you, Michael, I have a new 30th place in the power rankings, and it's actually my first one was in 29. Last week I couldn't come on, so last week they were in my 29 spot, but now they're in the 30 spot, and that's the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's what I'm going with.
All right. I forgot to mention Red Sox were 29 for me last week. We'll go back to you and Ryan.
So yeah, I wasn't here last week, so I'll just make my new rankings. I'll just say for my number 30 is the Pittsburgh Pirates as well.
For me, I'm going to stick with the Pirates. They're just not there this year. I know that and I think it helps that the Red Sox got a big win last night to stay at 29.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the way, but whatever.
It's all right. It's fine to give it away. That's 29 to do with the Pirates. They've been winning some games in the last week that I think have been good enough to put them up to there. They were in 30 last week for me. Nick, it's your turn.
No, I said I went.
No, we're 29.
29? Oh, I got the Rangers.
Wow. Bold. All right, Marco.
I got the Boston Red Sox at 29 and climb up one spot for me.
All right.
At 29 for me, I also have the Boston Red Sox.
All right. Number 28, I've got the Diamondbacks. They were 23 for me last week.
I have the Red Sox, 28.
Marco.
At 28, I got the Kansas City Royals.
right. Respectable.
Yeah. I don't blame you one bit. But at 28, I have the Rangers. They were at 26 for me last week.
That's crazy. Yeah, they've been dropping heavily. 27, I've got the Nationals. That's where they were for me last week.
27, I have the Royals.
27, I got the Rangers. Ryan?
Man. I think he's just on a delay. His mic still
20 last week.
Oh gosh. we'll assume.
Yeah, that's
we
bad.
Bit what you said, Ryan. I'm sorry. This is too bad. What I would recommend, Ryan, because this is just going to be brutal to watch. I would go unplug your router and then plug it back in. He's just gone. All right, we're moving on to 26. 26, I've got the Royals. They were 25 last week.
I got the Nationals at 26.
Me too. Sorry. I have the Nationals.
You're good. Well, Ryan, you're clear for a second. All right, 25 or 26, sorry.
For me at 26, I have the Royals, who are at 25 last week.
Dude, you're so clear. Wow. I haven't seen you this clear yet today. This is great. You seem to be back. All right. We're finally on track. 25. I've got the Texas Rangers. They were 21 for me last week.
25. I have the Angels.
I got the Angels 25. Yeah.
At 25, I got the Nationals. They were at 24 for me last week.
All right. You got a lot of respect for the Nats. 24, I've got the Cincinnati Reds. Just such a disappointing team. 22 for me last week.
Next, I got the Orioles.
I got the Mariners at 24.
Okay.
At 24, I got the Orioles, who were at 21 last week.
All right. Solid. 23, I'm sorry, Nick. You've got the Tigers at number 23, 19 last week.
Next, I got the Reds.
Yeah, unfortunate team.
I got the Orioles at 23.
At 23, I have the Reds. They have just been struggling all year, and you guys know me. I've been a huge fan of them. They were at 17 for me last week. Hopefully, they can turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely. 22, I've got the Mariners. They've jumped a lot. They were at 28 last week.
22, I have the Tigers.
Yeah, 22, I got the Tigers too.
At 22, I also have the Tigers, who are at 22 last week.
Solid. All right. At 21, I've got the Angels. They've been in a little winning streak. Big wins against the Astros yesterday. 26 last week.
Next, I have the Marlins.
Okay.
We're at 21. 21, I got the Reds. Reds, yeah.
21, I've got the Angels, who got a nice jump. They were at 28 last week. They're starting to win some games, so that's really nice to see, especially with Mike Trout, who's just led that team all year. It's good to see them getting some wins, especially with that rough pitching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. At number 20, I have the Baltimore Orioles. They were 24 last week.
I have the Angels next.
At 20, I got the Mets.
Oof, that's tough. Big wins in the last few days.
Yeah.
At 20, I have the Marlins. The Marlins were at 14 for me last week.
All right, that's solid. That brings us to number. What was it, Marco?
No, I was going to say, I respect the wins against the Mets. Against the Yankees that they had. It's just that the Yankees, they're not playing really great baseball. So if
they won 3 out of their last 4. They beat the Yankees, beat the Orioles, and beat the Phillies yesterday. So they've been pretty good. They've been definitely hitting the ball.
They've definitely gone up from where I had a lot. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they can keep the roll going. We'll get to them in a minute. I've got the Brewers at number 19. I had them at 15 last week. Keep dropping.
I also have the Brewers.
I got the Brewers too at 19.
Do we have a clean sweep?
We do have a clean sweep. I have the Brewers at 19.
Yeah!
They were at 19 for me last week.
Dude, we should have like a sound effect or something every time we have a clean sweep or something.
All right, number 18. I've got the Colorado Rockies. They were number 13 for me last week.
I also have the Rockies.
I got the Giants at 18.
Okay.
I have the Rockies at 18. They
Almost a back-to-back.
They were at 15 last week.
Yeah, I had them at 13 last week. And number 17, I had my biggest drop of the week, dropping 10 spots. This is the Houston Astros. They were number 7 last week.
I have the Giants next.
I have the Rockies at 17.
I have the Giants at 17.
Well, I feel y'all with the Giants. I've got them at 16. They were at 20 last week.
They were at 20 for me last week as well.
Nick, yeah.
Sorry, I got the Astros.
Oh, wow.
At 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at 16, I got the Marlins.
Solid.
At 16, this is tough. For me, I'm going to go Astros. I think they've just struggled mightily. So I'm going to go with the Astros. And they were at 7 for me last week.
Yeah, the poor Astros. Number 15, I got the Marlins. They were 17 last week. I have a feeling this is going to be the Mets round.
Yeah.
For 15, I got the Astros.
All right.
For 15.
Ryan, that brings it to you.
Oh, my bad. For me, you're right. I have the Mets here. The Mets were at 13 last week. They got some big wins. I'm not fully convinced yet. That bullpen is just it's struggling. And when you got Ed Luz Diaz who's coming in big situations, I don't know what to think. So I have the Mets here. And they were at 13 for me last week.
It's tough. I've got the Mets at 14. Just winning 3 out of 4 is big, but I'm hoping that we can get ourselves back up. They were at 16 last week, so they made a little jump.
Next I got the Cardinals.
Wow. Okay.
Cardinals do at 14.
Forgot I was on mute for a second. I also have the Cardinals at 14. They were for me last week. They were at 18.
Oh, yeah. I had them at 18, too. And number 13, I've got the Blue Jays. They've dropped 5 from 8 last week.
I've got the Phillies.
Okay.
At 13, I got the Yankees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I haven't been impressed with how they're playing baseball. It's just not pretty. So that was the biggest drop for me.
There are only 4 games on over 500.
Yeah, so for a team of that basic caliber and talent, they would be playing better baseball. So that's
right.
a drop for me.
Yeah, Ryan.
You guys are going to give me a lot of horse for this. I have the Mariners at 13.
They're
playing really well right now.
They are, but I wouldn't put them that high.
This is going based off this past week.
Okay, you're right. In the past week, they've been very good.
Last week, they have been terrific.
They're 7 in their last 10, so I see his reasoning. I see it.
I do. They're making a push for a wild card spot.
They're making
Them and
a
the
huge
Eagles
push.
both. So
I'm sorry. I knew I was going to get this kind of response, but I like the Mariners this week.
I respect it. Number 12, I have the Yankees in this spot. They were 11 last week, lowest they've been all year.
I also have the Yankees.
11 or 12?
12. I said 11 last week, which is why I confused you.
Okay, gotcha. At 12, I got the Blue Jays. That's what I got.
All right.
For me, I also have the Yankees. They were at 10 last week, so they're still struggling. They're just not there right now. But they did get Gleyber Torres back, but last night Garrett Cole looked awful.
Yeah, really tough season for Garrett Cole. Number 11 brings us to the Cubs. I had him at 14 last week.
I'm also going to go with the Cubs.
Nice.
At 11, I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay.
I also have the Cubs. They were at 12 for me last week. They're starting to pick it up more to keep their lead in the division. So I really like what the Cubs are doing. Do I think they're going to hold the top spot of the division? I don't think so. But they're definitely a playoff team with the way that they've surprised everyone, especially their pitching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 10, we've got the Cardinals. They are my biggest jump of the week, coming up from 18.
Next, I got the Padres.
Wow.
At 10, I got the Cubs.
For me at 10, I've got the Phillies. The Phillies got a nice jump. They were at 16 for me last week.
Wow. All right. Interesting spots. Number 9, I have the Athletics. They've dropped because of their COVID. They really have lost a lot of their heat. They're at 9. They're at 5 last week.
I also have the Athletics.
At 9, I got the Braves.
Okay.
I got the Braves at 9.
At 9, I have the Braves as well. I had a tough decision between them and the Athletics, but the Braves, they're still keeping strong at the top of the division. I'm still impressed with what they're doing, especially without their top pitcher, but they're just they haven't blown the gates open yet to take over that division yet. So
Yeah,
I have them at 9.
that brings us number 8. I've got the Phillies here. They've jumped 4 from 12 last week.
Next, I have the Athletics.
8, I got the Athletics too.
I also have the Athletics. I think COVID hurt them, and they're just falling. They haven't been playing the best. They got a win yesterday against a hot Padres team, but they've been struggling. So I have them at 8 after being ranked at 3 last week.
Yeah, tough drop for them. Number 7, I've got the Braves. They were 10 last week.
Next, I have the Indians.
I got the Twins at 8.
Okay.
This is tough. I have the Blue Jays at 7. I'm super impressed with what they're doing. They're playing really well. I really liked what they did at the trade deadline. So I have the Blue Jays, who were at 11 last week.
Yeah, they've jumped a lot. For number 6, I've got the Padres, who were in that spot last week as well.
Next, I have the Twins.
Next, I got the Padres. They were the biggest jump for me.
Nice.
This week, I have the Padres at 6. That's where they were last week.
All right, cool. That brings us to the top 5. We've got the Indians for me in number 5. They were at 4 last week.
I have the Braves.
Cool.
I got the Indians.
Nice.
I got the Twins at 5. They
All
were
right,
at
I've got
9 last week.
There you go. I had the Twins at 9 last week. I've got them at 4 this week.
Next, I have the Cubs.
Got the White Sox next.
Interesting.
At 4, I have the Indians, and that's where they were last week. They're still playing really great baseball.
Yeah, I thought we would all have the same top 3, but then Marco came out with that, and that changed it up a little bit. At number 3, I've got the White Sox.
Same. White Sox 3.
So there's an issue here. So I did all 30, but I'm missing one. I don't know who it is.
I think I'm also missing one.
I don't think you said the Braves yet.
I did say the Braves.
You did?
Yeah. So like I said everyone, but there's like a missing one.
That's fine. You can just go back and look after. Just move the White Sox to 3 because that's where they should be.
I'm gonna keep it vacant for right now because I really don't know which team I'm missing. I went down the whole entire list.
That's interesting. I don't know. We'll find it afterwards. I don't think you said the Brewers either. I didn't hear you say the Brewers.
I said there were 19. Yeah.
Okay. And then, we said at the same spot. All right. Either way, number 3 for Ryan.
My number 3 is the White Sox. They now lead the AL Central. They're playing so well. Of course, their past few games have been against the Royals, but they just keep possessing their power that they have. I've been super impressed with this team. I've been high on this team ever since their strong offseason, and they're proving it. Their pitching isn't terrific. It's solid, but the bats just continue to put on 5+ runs a game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, number 2, I've got the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't think there's going to be much discussion for number 2 and number 1. I think we can all really agree that 2 and 1 are the Rays and the Dodgers. Does anyone have any disagreement on that?
I do.
You do?
Flip them.
You got the Rays one.
Flip
What?
them.
You
I'm
both
joking.
have the Rays at 1?
Okay.
Oh my God! I was about to
the Dodgers at 1.
Whew, I was gonna. Goodness, you were.
I'm surprised you were gonna throw a
strong.
fit and not me, Michael.
What'd you say?
I'm surprised you were gonna throw a fit and not me.
Yeah, I was about to. I'm just
messing with you. I was actually
All
trying
right,
to go and get Marco, but I got Michael instead. Which, you know what? I'll take either one.
He'll take it anyway. So that'll end up our power rankings update. We've got our little team update for the next week. I actually didn't do these, so we'll just skip them. Go to next. We'll do that next week. That we don't need to spend too much time on that anyway. If you want to give your if you want to do it, I'll give you about 30 seconds to make your predictions because we got stuff to get through.
Okay, Nick, go first because you're probably the most prepared. Nikash.
I'm not the most prepared at all. All I'm going to say is that since our six-game winning streak, we've now lost 4 straight, which is awesome. We got swept yesterday in the 9th by the Twins. It was really cool to watch. I actually didn't watch the game. But last time I said we'd do bad in a whole week, we did really good. So I'm going to continue that trend. I don't think we will win a game this week until we play – I think we'll win one of the Cardinal doubleheaders on Thursday, but yeah, this will be a rough week. But the next week we get the Royals, which is a break, so thank God.
It's a break. All right, Ryan, let's keep it short. We've got stuff to cover.
Oh, Marco's not doing it?
Oh, I don't know if Marco's doing it. He hasn't said that he was doing it yet.
Okay, I'll go. This has been awful. Just straight awful. 2-7 in the past 9 games and just got swept by the White Sox. This is not going to end well because now hold on. We got one more game with the White Sox today, which will get swept. Then we got a 4-game set with the Indians, a 3-game set with the Pirates, then a 2-game set with the Tigers. Hold on.
Money.
I'm gonna go 4-5 on the next week or so. 4-5.
All right, Marco, you got something after all?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that basically we're the first team to go and get 30 games. So that's an amazing feat to be the first team. Like I don't say as always, but it's an impressive thing to have to be the first team to get to that mark. This upcoming week though is going to be really, really interesting. We're going to play today against the Rockies, but then after that we play 3 in Arizona. But then this upcoming weekend, Saturday, Sunday, we play against the Astros in LA, which is not going to be a really, I think, tough matchup. The Astros are just basically garbage. But the thing is, the week after that is where we might have something pretty interesting. They go against the Padres, the Rockies, and then they go against the Athletics. So those next three series after the D-backs and Houston Nationals will be really interesting. But for next week, I see them winning all their games. You know, they did lose 5-2 yesterday against the Rockies, but they got 1 more at home. Then they got 3 on the road, and then 2 at home against the Astros. So I see them going. They win all the games. So they go 6-0.
Someone's nice and privileged to have a winning team. Goodness, I wish. Well, that brings us into the 20-point draft that we're going to be doing in today's show. This is the highlight of today's show, even though we spent a lot of time on the rankings, but we're going to do that every week anyway. This all-star draft. Yes.
This 20-point draft.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I just saw. Sorry. I was like, how many points is each one worth? Then I saw 3, 2, 1. My bad. We're good.
Okay, good. So we've got what we're going to be doing is we're going to go league by league. So we're going to start with the AL, and then we're going to go to the NL. I know I said we're going to go AL, and then I initially said NL, then AL. We're going to go AL and then NL. So we're going to go position by position. We are, to kind of sum it up, we're given 20 points. There are 3 players in each position that were picked last week with our all-star draft that we did. And then we are now going to take that and make our own teams with 20 points where every player is given a point designation. 1 person will have 3, 1 person will have 2, 1 person will have 1. And then we will pick from that and make our players. And then we'll have teams at the end of it. So I'm excited for it. There's a lot of really good ones. We're going to start off. What I think we should do is just, for the position, just say the player, the point total, and then why, possibly why, if there's really any reasoning as to why you chose that over what you had. So we'll start it off with the starting pitcher on the American League side. I've got Lance Lynn. He was worth 2 points. I decided to pick him up. I think he was just the best choice for that. I think he's good for those 2 points.
I'm so sorry. Dang it! I just hate stealing your pick because now it just sounds. I also want to go Lance Lynn because I feel like that's just the best value for 2 points.
Oh, it's all right. We're gonna have plenty of people do the same. So I'm expecting it.
Well, you know who I'm picking? Shane Bieber. 3 points right there. I know it's a big guy to choose really early, but I gotta go with Shane Bieber. That guy's just been dominant.
It's tough not to.
Like you just said, Michael, it's tough not to choose Shane Bieber. That's why I have to take him.
Yeah.
He has just been so dominant all year. And, of course, I really like what Lance Lynn has done, but he got rocked in his last start. So that, of course, also has an impact. So my 20-point team, I'm going to use my first 3 points. Let's go Shane Bieber.
It's all about the choices. Now, Nick and I will get an extra 3-pointer in there. For a reliever on the AL side, I've got Alex Colomé. There's a lot of really good players in there, but I think Colomé is just the best guy for this position with what he's worth. He's worth 2 points.
I'm gonna stay in my division. I'm gonna go Scott. I'm gonna go Mr. Scott Barlow.
Awesome. Oh, Ryan's happy. Oh God. All right, Marco, that brings us to you.
I'm going to go with Barlow, too. I'm going to go with him. He's just been a great pitcher so far, so I'm going to go with Scott Barlow. He's been the face of the franchise ever since Rosenthal left the Royals.
He's been the face of that bullpen for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going Barlow as well.
Dude,
Barlow
I'm trying to hype him up. Come on.
Barlow really impressed me, for sure. I'm going to go Barlow for 1 point. I really love how 3 of us have chose Barlow for this.
Yeah, that's good. That actually evens most of us out in points as well. That brings us to the catcher on the AL side. I have Austin Nola here. He was worth 2 points. I think he was just a no-brainer for me.
Right. Like you said, that's great value for 2 points, so I'm also going to go with Austin Nola.
Wait a second. He just got traded to the NL.
I understand that.
Yes, but
are we going to do it by where we had them for our teams?
From last week. Yeah, from last week. This is all based on where they were last week.
Sure
so y'all
that
know.
we had that correct.
Yes, good to clear that up too.
I also got Austin Nola for my catcher. Really good 2 points right there. So Austin Nola.
Yeah. We have our first sweep. Austin Nola.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think it's actually good to kind of show who else was in here. We had Pedro Severino for 3 points and Salvador Perez for 1. That brings us to the first baseman on the AL side. We've got Luke Voigt for 3, Jose Abreu for 2, and then Matt Olson for 1. I had to stick with Jose Abreu, having such a great year right now.
I'm going to go with Matt Olson for 1 point.
Nice.
I'm going to go for Luke Voigt from the Yankees, 3 points.
All right, we're going big.
This is tough. I'm going to pick Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu is just such a great hitter. I don't know if I can really go against him.
I feel that. I really feel that. I have only picked 2 pointers too so far, which is really funny. That brings us over to now second base. On the AL side, we've got Brandon Lowe for 3, Hanser Alberto for 2, and Cesar Hernandez for 1. A lot of good players here, but for that second base spot, I'm going for Brandon Lowe. I'm going all out for a 3-pointer here.
I'm going to go with Hanser Alberto.
Solid. I appreciate the waiting until the car went by, mainly.
Third base, I got Chapman, even though he's been struggling.
Second base.
My bad. Cesar Hernandez for 1 point.
Good 1-pointer.
I'm also going to go Cesar Hernandez. I really love Brandon Lowe. He's been terrific all year. Best second baseman in the AL. I just don't want to spend the 3 points.
All right, fair. That brings us over to third base.
It's all about budget control.
It is. It's all about that. Then we go over to third base here in the AL side. We have Anthony Rendon for 3, Yuli Gurriel for 2, and Matt Chapman for 1. I had to stick with Anthony Rendon here. I'm going big. I saved up my points just for this, and I feel pretty good going on.
I'm actually going to go with Matt Chapman for 1 point.
That's solid.
Yeah, just like Nick, I'm going for 1 point with Matt Chapman. Even though he's been struggling the past couple games, he's still a really good hitter. He could really hit the ball out of the field. And you guys know I'm a big power guy, so Matt Chapman definitely does that.
That explains a lot of your picks from last week. I mean, I kind of figured you were going more for the power side of things, which I understand.
For me, looking at third base, I'm also going to go Matt Chapman. Yeah, he's been struggling a little bit, but I still think he is the second best third baseman in the league behind Arenado. I really like Matt Chapman. Terrific fielder, great hitter. Matt Chapman for 1 point.
Yeah, it's solid. That brings us over to shortstop, the last infielder. I'm going for a 1-pointer here. We've got Tim Anderson for 3, Bo Bichette for 2, and Francisco Lindor for 1. I'm sticking with Lindor. I can't pass up that opportunity for 1 point.
Yeah, I have to agree. That's like the best value out of the draft, I think. Lindor for 1 point.
I agree.
I'm gonna go with Anderson, Tim Anderson at shortstop. That's where I'm gonna get big 3.
Going big for 3.
Yes, sir.
I am thinking here because here's the deal. I've got 10 points left, not a ton of positions.
You can go big.
I'm going Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson has been so big for the White Sox since he got back. Since he got back, they have just taken over. Now they're in the driver's seat for the AL Central.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. That is a good spot to have. In the left field side for the American Leaguers, we have a lot of really good players here. Teoscar Hernandez for 3, Eloy Jimenez for 2, and Alex Verdugo for 1. I'm going for Eloy Jimenez here. I think a 2-pointer for him is very fair. Another really good White Sox.
I have 10 points to spare, and I have 3 positions left, so we're gonna go all in, all on 3s. Teoscar Hernandez.
Nice.
Teoscar Hernandez. Sorry.
You're good.
I got Hernandez too, left field. I got some points left up, so I'm gonna go with Hernandez.
Eloy, give me Eloy Jimenez. He's been hitting the ball super well. They expected this from him to be a terrific hitter, and he's still a solid fielder. So I'm gonna go with Eloy over Teoscar.
Yeah, I've only got 3 points left for my last 2 positions. I decided to go big in the infield. So that brings us to center field. On the AL side, we have Whit Merrifield for 3, Kyle Lewis for 2, and Mike Trout for 1. I mean, I know most of you guys are probably going to go big on this, but what'd you say?
No, never mind. I'll say it after.
I got to go for Mike Trout for 1. I mean, I think we said Lindor's the best value, but for Mike Trout and the way he's playing, I can't pass that up.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna have extra points left over, but it sounds weird. I'm not taking Trout, but I'm taking Trout.
Yeah, I was surprised how Trout is only valued at 1 point.
Well, it's because he was our third pick.
Yeah, so it's.
I don't know about that.
This is an easy pick. I gotta go with Trout at 1.
The reason I'm doing that is because numbers-wise, Merrifield and Lewis are having better seasons. Mm-hmm. And I also made these points total about last Monday before Trout really got on this tear, to be fair.
For me,
all right, Ryan.
I want to pick Whit Merrifield so bad, but I'm not going to, and I'm going to take Mike Trout for 1 point. So I'm going to have extra points left over.
Wow. I'm surprised you guys didn't see now. You guys didn't do your pre-preparation because then you would have spent those points on the other guys earlier on. See? You could have dipped in earlier, but that brings us into right field on the AL side.
Okay, Mister, I have no life.
Wow!
Yikes! I'm happy with my team.
I love my team. I don't know why you're trashing on me.
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm saying y'all could have gone out and gotten. You could have gone for 3 on somebody.
You know what? 2. No, we get our leftover points.
I got 4 threes.
Go ahead. You can take your leftover points. I'm surprised that you guys didn't spend them on other people earlier. That is all.
Gosh, we will get our points, and I will have leftovers and more than 20 for NL.
Michael,
you don't have more than 20 for NL. You get 20 per league.
You just said leftovers.
No, you can have leftover for this league, but it doesn't carry over. You don't get carryover points. That's not how that works. I did not specify leftover points. That would have changed the game completely.
I got 20 points and I got four threes. Well, we have 1 position left, but with that position would be 20 total points. But I got 4 threes, bro. You can't trash me.
Oh no, I'm not trashing your team, Marco. I know you got a great team out there. You thought about it. For right field, I've got the American League. We've got the American Leaguers here. We've got a lot of really good players here. Franmil Reyes, Aaron Judge, and Anthony Santander. A lot of really good bats out there in right, but I only have 2 points left to spend, and I'm not going to pass up Aaron Judge. He's hurt, but healthy Aaron Judge is really good, especially this season.
I have 4 points left, so be stupid for me not to go for the all-in, so I'm going to go with Fremil Reyes.
Going with Aaron Judge. He can crush every single ball that's thrown at him. You know? So I'm going to go with Aaron Judge. Like you said, Michael, he's hurt, but healthy. Ooh, he's dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
This is tough because I really have 4 points left, and I really like Franmil, but you can't pass a healthy Aaron Judge. So I'm going to go Aaron Judge for 2 points.
Can we read our teams down the line to see how it sounds like again?
Oh, yeah. I was planning on doing that. Yeah. So we'll go position. I'm just going to start it off. We'll go position by position. So for me, I've got Lance Lynn at the starter, Alex Colomé, reliever, Austin Nola catching. At first, Jose Abreu. Second, Brandon Lowe. Third, Anthony Rendon. Short, Francisco Lindor. Left, Eloy Jimenez. Center field, Mike Trout. And right field, Aaron Judge. That's a I would not want to face that lineup. That would be deadly.
Okay. Starting at Lance Lynn. Reliever, Scott Barlow. Then catching Austin Nola. Then Matt Olson. Then Hanser Alberto. Matt Chapman. Francisco Lindor. Teoscar Hernandez. Mike Trout. And Fremil Reyes.
Yeah, you went for the lower numbers, but your team still ended up very good.
Yeah.
Marco, brings us to you.
I got Shane Bieber, starting pitcher.
Yep.
Scott Barlow, relief pitcher. Then I got Austin Nola catching. Luke Vogt at first base. Cesar Hernandez at second. Matt Chapman at third. Anderson at short. Hernandez in left field. Mike Trout at center. And Aaron Judge at right field. That's deadly.
That's deadly.
That's deadly. That's dangerous.
All right, here's my team starting off at starting pitcher, Shane Bieber. Then I got Barlow. I've got Austin Nola, Jose Abreu, Cesar Hernandez, Matt Chapman, Tim Anderson, Eloy Jimenez, Mike Trout, and Aaron Judge.
Big time players. Good team.
How many points did you have left, Ryan?
2.
Nice. I used them all.
You got exactly 20, right, Michael?
Yes.
Yeah, I got exactly 22.
Yeah.
You're mad, boys.
Boom. So that brings us into the National League side. What I really wanted to do was post something on social media and have people vote on who had the best teams. I still think we can do that, but we're going to have to try and find a way.
It's called a poll.
Well, I was going, Ryan, thank you, genius. I was more thinking in regards of I don't know how many people are going to vote in it. That's more of my thing. I wanted to get a lot of votes, but we might not get too many. So that brings us over to the National League side. A lot of really good National League players here. This one was really hard for me to pick, but starting it off with the starting pitchers, we got Max Fried for 2, I'm off to a bad start. Max Fried for 3. Try saying that 10 times fast. Good God. Then Sonny Gray for 2 and Trevor Bauer for 1. Now, keep in mind, this is before Sonny Gray's had his last 2 terrible starts. So he still is worth 2 points, but I'd be surprised if anyone does take him. But we started off with the starting pitchers. I mean, for Trevor Bauer for 1, this is for my – I mean, we don't have Yu Darvish on here. He would be a clear pick for me as well. But Trevor Bauer for 1 point, I can't pass that up. That gives me a lot of points going forward. Nick, you're muted. You're good.
I feel the exact same way. It's also great value. Start right off. Trevor Bauer for 1 point. I'll take it.
You guys know who I'm getting. Mr. Trevor Bauer himself. Favorite player right now. I got to go with him. For 1 point, that's a steal.
Yeah.
We got another clean sweep.
Yeah!
I love Trevor Bauer. The energy he brings.
Right.
That I don't know how he's rated at 1 point. I'm sorry. That's kind of ridiculous.
Right.
Again, I did it last week, and it was based on who was picked first, second, and third. That was literally all it was.
How does Dominic do it?
Oh yeah. I got it.
I'm really lost right now.
Time a Padres pitcher strikes someone out on a called third strike, he goes on his private story and does this.
Wow.
It's really funny. And I
got to get in on that. So that brings us over to the reliever on the National League side. We've got a lot of good relievers here. Kenley Jansen for 3, Shane Green for 2, and Dylan Floro for 1. I'm going big here. Kenley Jansen for 3.
I'm going to go with former Tiger, Shane Green for 2.
All right.
I'm going to go with Kenley Jansen. 3.
As you should.
Huh?
Thank you, Nick.
Well, this is a tough one. So I have decided I'm actually going to go against all of you. I'm going to go Dylan Floro.
Oh, you're leaving some big points.
I respect that.
Just over 1 ERA, and it gives me points for the insane talent afterwards.
Big.
I really like Dylan Floro a lot. He's really stepped up this year and been a key piece of that bullpen.
Those are big boy points you're leaving on the board. That brings us over to catcher. We've got the National League side. We have JT Realmuto for 3, Travis d'Arnaud for 2, and Jacob Stallings for 1. I'm going for Travis d'Arnaud for 2. Former Met, unfortunately, has played well once he left the Mets. Seems to be a common theme.
I mean, you're talking to the king of former players doing well, but we'll get that.
That's true.
Another day. I'm also going to go with Travis d'Arnaud, though.
Yeah, solid. Marco, that brings us to you.
Travis d'Arnaud too. Gives me good set of points for down the road. Something I wanted to say is how Floral is playing right now and how he stepped up. It reminds me of Brandon Morrow back in 2017. How he played the spot. So just saying.
Veteran player. I completely agree.
Here is where I spend my points. I've got them. Realmuto.
Nice, going big boy. Brings us to first base. We've got a lot of top-tier first basemen here. We've got Freddie Freeman for 3, Anthony Rizzo for 2, and Max Muncy for 1. I'm going big boys here, too. I'm going for Freddie Freeman, all 3 points.
I'm still going to say a little conservative. I think Anthony Rizzo for – oh, no, wait. Sorry. Am I –
Yeah, no, you're good. No, you're good.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go with Rizzo for 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Anthony Rizzo for 2. I'm going to go with him.
I'm also going to take Rizzo for 2 points. Insane value right there. And plus, I get to save up for my positions.
Man, you were.
You got Freddie Freeman, right, Michael?
What'd you say?
You got Freddie Freeman?
Yeah, I did.
All right, never mind then.
Yeah, we would have had a clean sweep, but I had to go big on that one. That brings us to second base. We've got Robinson Cano for 3, Donovan Solano for 2, and Ketel Marte for 1. I love Robinson Cano, but Donovan Solano for 2 points. The way he's been playing, can't pass that up.
I 100% agree. Solano for 2 points, amazing value.
Yeah, Solano, he's been having a great average. He's been consistent the whole entire season. So I'm going to go with Solano.
Do you guys think I'm going to give us another clean sweep here?
Yes, sir.
Because I am. Solano.
Boom. There we go. That is a clean sweep. Third base, baby. This is another good position. Lots of good players here. Manny Machado for 3, J.D. Davis for 2, and Eugenio Suarez for 1. I am going for J.D. Davis. Had a big game-tying home run to the bottom of the 9th against Chapman the other day. An amazing moment. For 2 points, I'm not missing up on him.
I'm going to go big here. Speaking of Dom, I'm going to go with Machado for 3.
Nice.
I almost went big here, but I looked down the road. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to save those points. And I'm going with the Eugenio Suarez for 1 point.
Nice.
I'm going big. Give me Machado.
Yeah. Nice. All right. That's pretty good. That brings us to shortstop. Another really good, talented position. You've got the MVP, Fernando Tatis Jr. for 3, Trevor Story for 2, and Corey Seager for 1. I would go big here, but I've got to save some of my points because I don't have tons left. I've got Trevor Story for 2.
Yeah, I'm looking at my points right now. I'm kind of regretting the Machado pick, but you know what? It is all good. So I'm going to go with Seager for 1 point.
All right.
Well, I'm going big here, boys. Tatis for 3.
Oh.
I'm going big again. Give me Fernando Tatis. Let's go.
I wonder how many points Ryan actually has now. I haven't really paid attention.
I know. I got 5 left.
Okay.
So do I. I have 5 left as well. Brings us to left field. There's some really good left fielders out there. Juan Soto for 3, David Peralta for 2, and Nick Castellanos for 1, who is exactly what I'm going for. Castellanos for 1 point.
We're going big. Give me 1 for 3.
Ooh.
I agree. I'm going with Juan Soto for 3 on left field.
Nice.
You guys are about to give me a ton of Horace for this pick. I got to go Juan Soto.
You've only got 2 points left, partner.
I want Juan Soto.
So we know who he's getting.
Yeah, we know who he's getting. Not bad picks either, but that brings us into center field. We've got a lot of talent here. I mean, I said that for every position, but we've got Charlie Blackmon for 3, Cody Bellinger for 2, and Mike Yastrzemski for 1. I'm going with the same pick that Ryan's got. I'm going for Mike Yastrzemski for 1 point.
No, you know what? No. I'm changing my mind. Give me Blackman for 3.
Nick's going big.
I almost went with Cody for this one, but just Yastrzemski is the one I'm going with him for 1 point. I think he's a great value, especially when I'm picking for right field. Cody has a power, but I'm trying to get some average on the NL. As you can see, a bunch of these guys know how to hit for average. So I'm gonna go with Yastrzemski.
Nice. Ryan, we know what you're getting. You're muted anyway. We know what you're
Give me Yaz.
Good old Yaz. Right field. I've got 3 points left, and I saved them just for this guy. Michael Conforto, 3 points going all in here. The other players left, we've got Mookie Betts for 2, Bryce Harper for 1. Sorry, can't forget.
I have 1 point left. Gotta go Bryce. I think 1 point for Bryce is a steal.
It is, yeah.
Mookie! Go Mookie Betts, baby.
All right.
That guy just been awesome.
Yeah.
We already know who I'm going with. Give me Bryce Harper. I don't know how he is 1 point. I don't know how.
Because he's not doing as well as Mookie Betts or Michael Conforto is this year.
Okay, biased Conforto fan.
Dude, he's batting .330. What are you talking about? Let's pull up these numbers.
Rent free.
We're pulling up the numbers. You're making
I love
me
how he
waste.
thinks I'm serious.
You're
I
making
love how
me
he thinks I'm
waste
serious.
time. No, because we need the respect for Conforto.
I love how he thinks I'm serious.
No time to joke. Let's get it. 331 average, 7 homers, 25 RBIs, and a 961 OPS. Better than Mookie Betts' season as well, numbers-wise. Sorry, Ryan. It's okay.
It's called sarcasm.
It is called sarcasm. So we've got 3 minutes to talk about another thing we're going to do in today's show, which is the.
Whoa, we're not going to go up and down our roster.
Oh, you're right.
No,
fine.
more clutch. Just saying.
I mean, that's fine. We've got starting pitcher. I've got Trevor Bauer, reliever Kenley Jansen, catcher Travis d'Arnaud, Freddie Freeman at first, Donovan Solano at second, J.D. Davis at third, Trevor Story is in the shortstop position, Nick Castellanos at left, Mike Yastrzemski in center, and Michael Conforto in right. That's a pretty good lineup. We've got a lot of contact and power over there.
All right, so we got Trevor Bauer starting, Shane Green in my relief, Travis d'Arnaud next, Anthony Rizzo at first, Anthony Rizzo at first, Donovan Solano at second, Machado third, Seager short, Juan Soto, then Charlie Blackmon, then Bryce Harper. It's so nice.
I like Nick's lineup. It's pretty cool.
It's really good.
I got Trevor Bauer starting, Kenley Jansen relieving, Travis d'Arnaud catching, Anthony Rizzo at first, Donovan Solano at second, Eugenio Suarez at third, Tatis at short, Soto at left field, Yastrzemski at center, and Mookie Betts in right field, baby.
I will just say this: I think I have the best team. I've got Bauer, Floro, Real Muto, Rizzo, Solano, Machado, Tatis, Soto, Yastrzemski, and Harper.
Yeah, I agree on that one. I think Ryan is the best team. I think we're good.
Are we going to put it through a simulator or no?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Can you put it through a simulator? Is that what we're doing or no? I don't know.
No, I was gonna put it through I was just gonna put a poll up on Twitter and see who voted for the best lineup. So that'll do it for that. We've got comeback player of the pandemic here. We'll just say player and why we feel, because we're gonna get to where this in baseball history. But for the comeback player of the pandemic, I've got Teoscar Hernandez. Last year bet at 230. He had 26 homers, but obviously we can't compare that to this year. He's batting 310 this year, 80 points up, and he's got a 993 OPS. I mean, amazing comeback player.
Sorry, one sec. Someone else go next. This is ridiculous.
The vehicles.
Okay. And with my pick, I'm gonna go with Kenley Jansen because I think he's really changed how he's been playing so far. The reason behind that is that the past 2 seasons he had a lot of health issues, so he really couldn't play the best baseball. Like last season, he had like the heart issue, he had to get surgery, all that kind of stuff. It really affected his level of play. But when I went to go see him at spring training, like he just seemed very fit. He seemed like slim. He was ready to go, and he's throwing like he's been on a tear for a long time. He just has an over 1 ERA, so he's just been dominant like he used to be back a couple of years ago. So I gotta admit, Kenley Jansen, what he's done this pandemic season, I gotta go with him.
You took my pick, Marco. Kenley Jansen. He's been terrific. Like, there's no denying it. He struggled a lot last year. Look what he's doing this year. He was our top guy for relievers in the NL. He's been terrific. It's got to be Kenley for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of regret not taking Kenley in the relieving category, but yeah, I also got to agree. I've been around a lot of Dodger fans, and the amount of times where they've just been giving him so much SHIT, which has been insane. And then this year, they're all about him. I have 4 friends that got his jersey this year, and I'm like, you guys are bandwagons, but I respect you for it. Kenley Jansen's he should win comeback player of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a lot of yes, Marco.
Please don't say that was a biased opinion. Please don't say that was a biased opinion. I got 2.
You can't be biased if a Royals and a Tiger fan agree with you.
Yeah, facts.
So,
it's okay. Marco's messy. Marco's feeling messy. So that leads us into the last thing of the day. Just pick one of the moments that are on here from the. You can pick 2 if you want, but we're gonna. Okay, Ron. We're gonna pick one of these days in baseball history, but I'm gonna start us off with the one that everyone's talking about today. Iron Man Cal Ripken Jr. played in his 2,131st consecutive Major League game to surpass Lou Gehrig's 56-year-old record. He received a 22-minute standing ovation. I mean, the unbeatable record. I think in Major League Baseball history, that is the only record right now that I don't think will ever be beaten ever again, no matter who plays the game of baseball. Such an amazing record.
This is actually just really cool. In 1924, Urban Shocker of the St. Louis Browns pitched 2 complete games against the Chicago White Sox and won both 6-2. What a great day for Urban.
That's pretty elite.
I'm going to go with the one in 1963. Baseball historian Lee Allen says that the Indians versus Senators game is the 100,000th Major League game in history. So the thing is, it surprised me how many games actually happen in the major leagues. You know, right. So now imagine how many there are in total up to this point, in the millions, obviously. So
that was almost 57 years ago.
Yeah, so
to the day.
Mm-hmm. So it's crazy how many games happen, and we don't. I wouldn't say we don't appreciate how beautiful it is to watch baseball.
Yeah, I agree.
How many baseball we get to see, you know.
I have 2. The first one, I gotta go with the one in 1945. Punching umpire Joe Rue earns an indefinite suspension for Philadelphia ace catcher Greek George. George will not play in the majors again, though his lifetime average of 177 is probably why.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry. Punching an ump, I don't know how many players have thought about doing that this year because the umps have been awful.
Oh, boy.
So I found that one really funny.
Yeah.
And then my second one, I'm going to go with the one 24 years ago today. In 1996, Eddie Murray hit his 500th career home run, joining Hall of Famers Hank Aaron and Willie Mays as the only players to that time, actually, with at least 3,000 hits and 500 home runs.
Absolutely legendary. Some great players on there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in this week. It was a great show. We have got so much in store in this upcoming week of baseball as we are starting to scoreboard watch. I'll tell you, it's getting there. We're getting there. Nick, you're even in contention right now, which is surprising.
Don't get my hopes up.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that at the moment.
Hey, guys, on the bright side, we're all in contention for Kumar Rocker out of Vandy, so I'll take him.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Cool. Marco's in contention for best team in baseball, as he has been all year. Marco's used to it, though. That's his usual. And then the Mets are still, we're trying. A for effort.
They're still in the World Series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
are they
changed my
still in the World Series, Michael?
time around. I changed it the second time around. I didn't have
about-
them.
Talk about a little. Come
It's
on.
okay.
Ryan, we gotta do it at the same time for Michael. 1, 2, 3.
We all did it wrong, but it's fine.
It's fine. I couldn't even do it anyway because it was for me, but it's fine. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you guys all next Sunday. 9 a.m. is our new official starting time every week. We look forward to seeing you all there every single week. It is early, but it's all right. We're here. We're ready. It's gonna be a great rest of the season. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week.